Bonjour, it's Théo. Welcome to Spill the French Tea. This is our Sunday series where we talk about French people, French culture, and all the drama around it. I just changed the decor for today because I wanted to be like in a cozy vibe. I'm sitting in my bed, and this video is like a podcast, so I won't do that much editing. It will be like a talk that you can put on the background, and when you're doing your dishes or taking a shower or anything, you can just play this video and listen to the talk. In today's video, I want to talk about a big subject in France and I think maybe in many other countries, alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol at the beginning of 2024. I just have one other drink on February the 12th because I was invited in a champagne cave in Reims in France with a friend, and it was just to try a Grand Cru, like a big beautiful glass of champagne, like a big brand. So it was just to try it, to taste it. I'm not drinking anymore since the beginning of 2024, and many things have changed in my life since then. And I want to share with you this experience of not drinking alcohol anymore for months. It can be in parties, in restaurants. I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. I want to share this experience with you because I think that it can help many people to have a clearer awareness about their alcohol consumption. Alcohol is really important in France. We have a lot of red wine, white wine. We start drinking really early. France and Europe in general is not like the US. Like in the USA, you have to be 21 to buy alcohol. But in France, you just have to be 18. But many people are starting drinking before 18. I remember the first parties I had, it was in high school. Many people were drunk and drinking a lot, and they were like 14 years old. 14 years old. Now that I'm 23, I really think that they are babies. People were drunk, but really bad drunk, not just a beer, and they were feeling really sick, really bad. I didn't drink before like 17 or 18, like when I was 16 or 15, I was the only one not drinking at parties. I was like, I'm gonna take an orange juice and I'm okay. And people were making fun of me because I was not funny enough. But I was really stubborn at that time, and I'm still really stubborn in life, so you can't influence me on things like that. Like, if I don't want to do something, I won't do it. You can't force me to do anything in my life. So I was not drinking when I was in high school, but after that, I went to college. And in college, you are with people, everyone is adult, you're with people that are living the same life as you or with the same passion, so the parties are also more enjoyable. So you drink a little bit. And then you start to drink more because it's easy to drink when people around you are drinking. I was drinking a mix with vodka and fuse tea, which is a weird mix. And I was drinking like 8 glasses of that. And I was like, fine, I'm not that sick. The day after that, I was not uncovered. So I was like, okay, I'm good at drinking alcohol. I can do it again on another party. And I was feeling that I could drink a lot. When I was at other parties, I could drink just a few drinks and it was like fine and I was not really sick. But at some others, it was too much. And I couldn't feel the limit. Sometimes I was having some blackouts, just little blackouts, but still blackouts. Like you don't remember everything. I was going to the toilet to throw up, like sleeping against the toilet's door. It happened a few times in the past 5 years. And the last time it was on New Year's Eve this year. I was in a friend's apartment and it was a good party. And I was drinking like champagne and then I started to drink gin and other alcohol. And when you mix alcohol, usually it's when the worst happened. And I was really sick. I had a blackout, throwing up in the sink in front of everyone. It was really bad. It was not the good situation at a New Year's Eve. It was like wasting the party for the others because I was just so drunk that it was not funny anymore. It was not good. It was not good at all. And I was really ashamed of that after it because my friend, the owner of the apartment, was really sad about it. It was not good to see me in this situation. At that time, I thought, I was like, okay, I need to stop. I should stop drinking just to see where I can go with that. I just stopped. I downloaded I Am Sober app, which is a good app if you want to stop an addiction. Even if I was not alcoholic, like I was not drinking that much, but I just wanted to have this app to count the days when I was not drinking, just to see it every day. I remember last year, I was already thinking about stopping alcohol because when I became an influencer on social media, I was invited to many restaurants with press invites. I was going to beautiful French restaurants and it was always with a good wine. Like I was always taking a glass of wine with all my meals when I was in a restaurant. And sometimes I was drinking every day because I was trying a new restaurant every day. It was at that time that I started to think that I should stop alcohol, because when it starts to be part of your life, like your daily life, or to be a ritual, when you go to see friends, you are always bringing alcohol, or you are always drinking like a glass when you go to a bar, or when you go to a cafe after 6 p.m. When it becomes like a habit, it's usually the start of something that could be really dangerous. At that time, last year, I started to think about stopping alcohol. On the New Year's Eve, when I was really, really sick, it was the worst. It was like, okay, I need to stop right now. And I wanted to stop alcohol, but not for life. I was always telling me that, okay, I could drink alcohol, like for a wine tasting, for a big occasion, to try like the taste of the alcohol. I could do it, but I won't drink alcohol by default. I think this is the biggest problem with alcohol, it's that it's by default in our lives. Like you go to a restaurant and yes, we should get a bottle, we should try a good wine. You go to a party and you're like, okay, I'm gonna take a beer. You're finishing your work day and you're like, okay, let's just have a drink after work. When the alcohol is in your life by default without thinking about taking a soft, it means that it's already too deep in your life. I wanted to keep drinking alcohol, but just only in occasion where the alcohol was really a good experience. Like if I was invited in a vineyard, I will try their wine because it's a good occasion to try the taste of the wine. But I won't drink anymore at parties. So you make me think that it's gonna be difficult for me. I tried in the past 5 months to have this social life, even this big social life, because I go out a lot and I also filming vlogs, so you can see that I go out a lot. I have a big social life without alcohol, and it's possible, and it's even joyful, and it's great, and I feel great about it. I had some parties since the beginning of the year, some parties with like many people that I wanted to connect with, and I wanted to have the vibe of the party without the alcohol. And I understood something, is that alcohol is definitely not required to have fun. Many people are saying that when you're young and they say you don't have to drink and you're like, I don't care, let me take the vodka. But when you try it for the first time, you're like, they were right. Like it's really easy to enjoy a party without the alcohol because you understand that you can have this joyful energy at the end of the party, even without drinking alcohol. I remember a party with 2 of my friends, Paul and Brian. We were invited to an influencer friend. It was a big party with many creators and influencers. It was incredible, and the owner of the apartment was not into alcohol, like he stopped alcohol, so there were no alcohol in the party, and we all enjoyed it a lot. And we were like walking back home, laughing a lot in the streets, alone in Paris together. It was the energy of like 3 drunk people without a drop of alcohol. And it really changed my mind about alcohol because I really understood that you can really enjoy the company of people and the party just with their company. And it's really not that difficult to understand because when you are enjoying a party and you're not sick, like you don't have a big hangover at the end, you're not too drunk, you're not throwing up in the toilet, when you are just a little bit drunk, it's the same as not being drunk at all. Like you're enjoying the party, you're still conscious, you're enjoying it, and you have this energy and this feeling because everyone is laughing and making fun, and you are having fun not because of the alcohol, but because of the party. Of course, when you don't drink, it will be a bit difficult at the beginning to connect with people that you don't know, because alcohol is also really good to create this social connection. Just wait 1 hour at a party without drinking, and you will see that you don't need it. Like after 1 hour in a party, people are connecting with everyone. It's easier to talk with everyone. It's really easier than I thought to not drink at parties. You enjoy parties because of the company of others, because of the conversation that you have. And when you are drunk, usually you get to a limit where you are not enjoying it anymore, or the people around you are not enjoying it. Because if you are too drunk, you will have some blackouts, or you will go to throw up, or you will just lose some conversation because you are not remembering it anymore. If you don't drink, you can spend parties without trying to be the best, without trying to be the funniest person on earth. You can just spend a party by being yourself, and you can go home when you feel tired, and it's okay, and you remember everything about the party and all the conversation you had, and all these memories are still in your mind, and you are not hungover after. Everything is better when you stop drinking alcohol at parties. So I really encourage you to try this challenge. After starting it after New Year's Eve, I've really seen this difference at parties that it gave me more confidence. I can go at parties, I can tell people that I stopped drinking, and at the beginning people are a bit weird, like they are a bit judging, but just after a few minutes, they are like okay with that. If you feel a bit ashamed or shameful to stop alcohol because you don't want to get the judgment of others because everyone is drinking, you will maybe have a little bit of judgment at the beginning, but it will really pass after a few minutes. And then you will enjoy hours of partying without alcohol. You don't have to drink to feel accepted by people, and if you have to drink to feel accepted by someone, it's usually that this someone is alcoholic and wants someone else to drink with him. Stopping to drink make your life clearer and make your consumption of alcohol also clearer. Like when you will take a glass after stopping it like for 1 month, you will really appreciate it and you will really stop at your limit. You won't take many glasses. You won't drink like cheap vodka. You won't get drunk just to get drunk. Like if you are drinking a little bit after this type of challenge, it will be like a good wine and just 1 glass and no more. You will be really, really wise in your consumption of alcohol. And I remember a video of a French YouTuber. She talked about the things that you should understand at 30 years old. And one of the things was, if you are drinking a lot of alcohol after 30, it's gonna destroy everything. Usually at 30 years old, many people are reducing their consumption. Like they were partying a lot, going to rave or going to parties or to festivals when they were in their 20s, and they're reducing the alcohol after 30 years old because many other people around them are doing the same, or people are getting children and they are not drinking anymore, or people are getting married, or they have a job or a big job and they want to be serious and they go to work every morning so they don't want to be drunk. Everyone is reducing, and if you don't reduce after 30 years old, 35, 40, if you are still drinking like you were 20 years old, you will get sick and more sick than before. You will take more time to go through and go over, and it's not good. It will destroy everything around you. After New Year's Eve and drinking that much, I was like, okay, it's the good occasion to try this new challenge. It really changed everything to understand that you can have party without alcohol and you can enjoy a birthday without alcohol, and there is no big change like in the joy you have. You will just spend less time with people that are drinking a lot. When you don't drink alcohol anymore, or you just drink occasionally but you don't drink like at 6 p.m. in a bar, you won't spend that much time with people that are doing it. It's been months that I didn't go to a bar at 6 p.m. to have a glass of wine because I don't have the occasion anymore. Like many of my friends are not drinking alcohol that much, so they won't do it. And the people who are drinking a lot, I don't see them that much, and that's okay. Like it's just my life is different. And when you are reducing alcohol or when you are stopping alcohol, you will spend more time with people that are doing the same, like people that are not drinking alcohol. People who will meet you at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday to have a cafe, and not on a Friday night to go to a club. You will have different social interactions also with people that are maybe more serious, or maybe that have this awareness about alcohol and they knew the danger about that and they reduced it. Your social interactions will be different and they will be even better, because even with people that are still drinking a little bit, you will enjoy the conversation without drinking and you will remember everything and you will have a good time without taking alcohol by default. So if I'm making this video is to share with you this challenge that I made, but also to encourage you to try it. Just try this challenge for 1 month. Think about your alcohol consumption. When are you drinking by default? When you go to a party, are you always taking a drink? Where you go to a restaurant, do you always have a good glass of wine? When you go meet a friend after 6 p.m., is it always in a bar? Think about these moments where alcohol is chosen by default. This is these moments that are important because it will make alcohol be part of your life without thinking about it, without really enjoying it, like it's just a drink like others. But alcohol is still alcohol. It's not because it's a good cocktail that it's not alcohol, or it's not because it's a good wine that it's not dangerous. Think about all these moments where alcohol is chosen by default and try to reduce them. Try this challenge for 1 month to not drink a single drop. Just try for 1 month to see how you feel about that. I think that life is also made to do some challenges, and if you always had some alcohol in your life, like every week drinking a little bit, try for 1 month to not drink a single drop, to see how do you feel about that. If you are struggling, it means that maybe you have something to deal with with alcohol. If it's easy for you, you will see that you don't need alcohol in your life, and it will change your life to understand that, because it will make you more confident in yourself. So just try for 1 month to stop alcohol. I think it can be really life-changing to do that. And I was not alcoholic, but I was just trying this new challenge, and it worked so well. Tell me in the comments, what is your consumption of alcohol? How do you feel about that? Are you always drinking when you're at parties, or did you reduce your alcohol consumption after like a bad event, or just because you wanted to? Tell me everything in the comments, because I think that we need to open this conversation, especially in Europe, because people are drinking really, really young. Tell me in the comments, what is your relationship with alcohol? And of course, if you want to explore Paris and discover the French way of life, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I post every single day, so see you tomorrow.